People have been really negative about Highguard since it was revealed, and not gonna lie, I think the trailer looks pretty interesting. We should maybe give it a chance? Let's play it before we criticize. Yeah, no, it's not very good. Before I get into it, let me just say that the name alone already destroyed my hopes for the game. I mean, Highguard? That's just Overwatch. But okay, I don't like to be entirely negative about games. I'm pretty optimistic for pretty much any game. So I will say, I think the game mode is a good idea. Too many shooters are just payloads, king of the hill type stuff. I like the idea of building up a base and raiding it. That said, that's pretty much the only thing I actually like about the game. In practice, I don't think the game mode is very fun. It's mostly just confusing. When I played the tutorial, there wasn't even any voice. There's supposed to be a character talking to you, but I couldn't hear anything and there was no subtitles. So I just had to wait for any quest markers that would pop up. So I may have missed some information in the tutorial, but I generally don't really know what's going on in the game. The premise is you get a minute to put up defenses, like you reinforce walls in your base. It's basically Bed Wars. And when you finish reinforcing walls, you go out and collect some materials so you can buy things from the shop. And then you can buy pretty much any weapon you want in the game. Or you can also just run around finding chests to loot, just like in Apex Legends. And also, the game is very clearly by the same devs as Apex, because the UI is entirely Apex coded. But after you've readied up and gotten the weapons and gear you want, there's a shield breaker that will spawn somewhere on the map. And both teams have to go and get it. And whoever gets the shield breaker can go to the other team's base and destroy their shield. Let's raid their enemy base, guys! Come on, go, go, go! And when you do that, you start a raid and you have to bomb some generators or something. And again, I think the idea is pretty fine. It just doesn't feel very smooth. Like, it feels like there's a lot going on at the same time, but without any depth. It's like as big as the ocean and as deep as a puddle. I've also seen some people complain that the map is too big. I don't think that's the case, because you have a mount, so you can very quickly get around and find each other. But yeah, maybe it would be fun with just an extra team member. But then again, the raids would be very cluttered, because there's not a lot of space inside the actual bases. And the whole thing with the walls don't really make any sense to me. Because, yeah, they are in the way, but you can destroy them with any weapon. You just have to do enough damage, even if they're reinforced. And in total, I maybe remove a wall or two every match. So it doesn't really matter. I just have to remove one wall to get inside. And then I can raid to my heart's content. A lot of people are saying that the gunplay and movement are horrible. And some are saying they're pretty good and the same as Apex Legends. And I don't think that's true. Once I get used to the gunplay, it felt a bit better. But at first, it felt very, very stiff and clunky and not very intuitive. It definitely does not feel like Apex. And also, the movement is just confusing, because you are not very fast unless you're on a mount. And there is a slide, but it's very slow. And with jumping, if you jump more than once, you get punished. You can pretty much only jump once, because it just stops. There's no momentum at all. And there's nothing like wall jumping or anything. There's just walking, really. I can't really believe this is the same devs that made Titanfall and Apex Legends movement shooters. And the best movement shooters at that. And now we have this game where you can barely move. And you just have to stand still and shoot while strafing a little bit. It seems so weird to me. If you just took Apex and put it in this game mode, I think that would be so much fun. I really don't get what happened during development. And I know it's a new studio, so they can't just take the Apex Legends IP and put it in here. Apex Legends originally was just Titanfall, but in a battle royale. And that was a good idea, because Titanfall is good. And so, they could have just done the same thing here. Just take Apex or Titanfall and put it in this game mode, and then boom, you have a hit. There's only 8 characters here at launch, and there's like 4 different roles. There's Destruction, Recon, Assault, Defensive, and Support. And so you'd think maybe 2 characters per role, but no. We have 4 Assault classes and then, like, I don't know, 2 Defensive and 1 of each of the rest. Which is a bit weird to me. But I mean, that's not the biggest issue. You've probably seen a lot of people complaining that the character designs look lame and generic. And yeah, I mean, I guess they do. Oh, and speaking of the game style, the graphics, I mean, they're not impressive. And yeah, just in general, the game feels like a mashup of every major competitive shooter. It's like someone told them, hey, make a new Apex Legends. And they just went, okay, what else is popular? And then they took all the games. They took Overwatch, Valorant, Six Siege, maybe even Fortnite, and just mashed them together in this new game mode. Unlike a game you see in the background of TV shows when they don't want to show an actual game. This is the game they show. So yeah, I can't believe this game exists. This cannot be from the same people who made Titanfall and Apex. There's no way. Something went horribly wrong in development. Are you enjoying the game?
No, bro. I played one game maybe or two.
And it was really good, right?
No.
It even seems like it would be a passion project, cause as far as I can tell, it's self-published. So there's no EA forcing them to put out a game. No big publishers pulling any strings here. It's a new studio publishing their brand new game, and this is what they have. It just doesn't make sense. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching and hearing me ramble about Midgard. I mean, there's some potential here. I don't think all hope is lost, but I just don't get why it's a thing right now. I'm hoping in a year it's better. Other than that, yeah, it doesn't really have anything going for it at the moment. But yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.